going to end today assessment criteria 2 distinction 1. It says evaluate the use and effectiveness of teamwork in a chosen organization. Whenever the command verb evaluate, evaluating, evaluates come, you need to handle it accordingly. That is, whatever the points are in your indicative content, define it, explain it, and then add strengths and weaknesses. Same process is going to be repeated with all the points. Let's say if there are 5 points, 8 points, you're going to repeat the process in the same way. And collectively, you will be adding similarities and differences, judgment, and conclusion. That is how you attempt this command verb. The question is asking us to work on use and effectiveness of teamwork. How teamwork has a significance in the organization, in a workplace, and how it helps in the usage and effectivity of the work, task completion, projects. In a chosen organization, here it means you need to work on a valid small medium enterprise. The country is going to be of your choice, the industry, the market, whatever you want to target, you can. The only thing is that SME specific one should be valid, real, and authentic one. I chose Fodex. It's in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, a Saudi-born restaurant, hospitality, technological company that is a startup and now it's a scale-up too, used here as a valid, authentic organization for evaluating teamwork practices. Whatever the SME you're going to select, you have to tell about the background as well, and then you are going to demonstrate that this assessment criteria is going to be backed by it. This AC evaluates how teamwork is used at Fodex and how effective it is. So 2 things, how the teamwork is used in XYZ organization and how much effective it is. Teamwork, what it is defined and broken down. Evidence is drawn from the company material, press profiles and employee reviews, strengths and weaknesses are examined. Each and everything which is related to the organization and helps us guide by the teamwork, how we work, how we do everything is going to be under this category. We have to work on the pros and cons as well, new opportunities as well, and capabilities too. Competing the arguments are weighed, perspectives from the employees, managers, and customers are judged. Why? Because when you're in organization, you need to take the review from the customers as well as the workers who are in the organization, the employees, the managers, because ultimately they are the people who are going to run and serve the people, the consumers. If they are happy, they are motivated, self-driven and motivated, then definitely you're going to get high profits. And a reasoned conclusion with practical recommendations is given, like suggestions, way forward, because when there is a problem, there is a solution as well and a recommendation. Now, this is coordinated activity by 2 or more people working interdependently toward a shared objective. Alone in a team, you're not something. When together, only then you can produce or come up with something new. So both of you, as in like 2 entities, if I make a group of you people, Sophia and Rataj, and ask you to work on a project, then again, it's a teamwork. Few things are going to be shared by you and few by the XYZ another person. Team effectiveness, however, is the degree to which a team achieves its goals while maintaining member well-being and learning. That is quality of output, timeliness, cohesion, and adaptability. When we need to work on the effectiveness of teamwork, it's all about how we are working, what is our objectives or what our objectives are, and how we are going to perceive and achieve them. SME, small medium enterprises, a business sized by employees, revenue thresholds. Also, a concept of SME is every country has different criteria of SME. Like in UK, when you have 250 employees, then you become an SME. But in the other countries, even if you are 30 or 40 people, you can be an SME. Fodex began as an SME and has grown into a regional scale-up that is within the premises of Saudi. It remains a useful and valid case for the SME lessons because many team practices are transferable. Transferable in the sense of skills and interpersonal skills. About the case organization, brief and the authentic one, this is the link as well. If you want, you can definitely click on it and go to the website. Foodix is a Riyadh-founded technology company that builds the, what do we call that, point of sales and restaurant management software. It has been publicly profiled for rapid growth and regional expansion and was recognized in 2021 with a Best Places for Work certification, indicating formal attention to employee experience and internal practices. Both the thing matters. The service we provide to the consumers and the environment and the conditions we are giving to the employees. In Saudi Arabia, a POS or the point of sale is a system, and the Fodex point of sale is a cloud-based restaurant management system used by the restaurants, cafes, and food businesses to manage the operations, process sales, track inventory, handle the billing, integrate with other essential services. Each and everything is integrated, used, and done by a proper system. The Fodex POS system helps business in Saudi and Zatka compliant e-invoicing, that is the received and billing payments, offers features like mobile, point of sale, customer display screens. Like I'm sure that in McDonald's we have the operated screen which we can do by our own self, except order scheme. And integration with delivery services and provides real-time data. So you need to be authentic in all aspects. And these things are used by mainly all of the businesses now. Evidence-based and method, this evaluation uses WordPress to company press and profile material. You're telling the truthfulness that everything is authentic. Media interviews and profiles, for example, founder interviews available on the internet. Public employee sentiment, that is Glassdoor reviews to capture frontline perspectives, because not every consumer can be happy. We have always contradicting reviews. These sources give a balanced mix of management claims, external reporting, and employee experience. Management claims means that what is actually going on inside the organization. External reporting, what we are reporting to the consumers and to the general bodies. And employee experiences, the people who are actually in the situation. Analysis trends of the teamwork at Foodix, that what works best for them. The first is clear culture of collaboration and knowledge sharing. What is the clear culture of collaboration? Everyone knows their designations and responsibilities. Knowledge sharing. This is called transferable skills. The skills you possess, you can share it with another person. And if he has the capability, definitely, or he's going to adapt it. Inspiration and evidence. Company profiles and press highlight collaborative product development in cross-functional teams, that is engineering, product, sales, driving rapid feature delivery. Recognition as a best place to work suggests organizational systems to support people and the teamwork. Now, when you are advertising that you are a best place to work and you have all the capabilities which the employee needs, then definitely people are going to approach you for the jobs, for the any good designation designed to them. Why it is necessary? Collaboration speeds the problem solving, that is synergy. It improves product market fit. Product, like we have 4Ps and we have 7Ps in the industry, in the market. 4Ps are the price, product, place, and promotion. I don't know whether you have read it or not, but in business studies we did. And then comes the place, packaging, and pricing. Judgment. This culture is an important strength. It produces innovation and speed. Creativity, benchmarking is born. Counter argument. Public awards can reflect HR initiatives and not always the day-to-day experience for all of them or the teams. Cultural gains may be uneven across departments. It matters that whether you have the capability to strive in that culture or not, you are going to adapt from an XYZ entity or not. Few people, they don't feel comfortable with the other cultural people. They have issues. Cross-functional teams and agile ways of working. Media coverage and company materials indicate use of products, codes, and rapid iteration typical of the tech firms. Cross-functional teams, what it is, you are together having discussions within the department. I am from R&D department, you are from the marketing team, and we're having proper discussions and discussions on board on any solution. Cross-functional teams combine domain expertise to solve the consumer problems quickly. The issues which are from their side, so we're going to solve it as soon as possible. It increases responsiveness to the customer needs and reduces the handoffs less delay. What it means, when you work properly, the problems and come up with the solutions, you're going to see the pace of revenue even, it's going to be high. Effective for the product innovation and customer responsiveness, because we really want that the customer should interact as much as possible. When organizations scale quickly, that is increase in the size, the squad boundaries and priorities can conflict. The issues can arise within the team and outside the boundary of the organization too. Requiring stronger governance to avoid duplication or friction. What happens? Most of the organizations, they start having the fake products, which we call the replicas. It's really common nowadays. We can have a AAA copy as well. We can have the original ones. It's really difficult to differentiate between one brand because we have a dupe as well and we have the original product. Then comes employee development and internal mobility. As an employee, as a worker in the organization where you're standing, are you improving yourself or not? Are you getting the trainings in the organizations, or you're just being hired and you're day and night only working and working? Internal mobility, how you're moving inside the organization. Is there a shift policy going on between the departments or not? Company materials and reviews mention growth opportunities and internal promotions as perceived benefits. This supports retention and increases the team capability over time. What happens when you are giving the time and the proper monotonous kind of energy back to the employees, then definitely they are going to be keen and eager to learn new things. They will be welcoming the challenges, the issues which are coming, and they are going to deal with the consumers as well. And in this way, they won't leave the organization soon, too. Skills development improves team performance and succession. The designation level, the chances increases. Positive for the long-term team capability. That is, we're going to retain that team for a longer period of time. It's not going to be like after one project, everyone is going to be dismantled. No, you're going to be together for like, let's say 4 to 5 projects at least. However, growth opportunities may be unevenly distributed. Some reviews mention inconsistent management quality, suggesting not all employees experience the same development path. That is very true. What happens is even in the team, we have people from different categories, culture, boundaries, and even race as well, and it matters a lot. I've recently heard that the schools in Saudi and the different educational sector, they have upgraded their criteria that it is mandatory for the teachers, the people who are teaching there and working, to have a bachelor's or master's degree. With that, they want experienced and qualified people. For some reason, this is mandatory going on. If that country, Saudi, is changing the curriculum, only then this policy is going to be successful for them. Otherwise, it's like a piece of vein. Trust me. Why? Because you are only copying the other countries, but you're not actually working according to the domains and boundaries of your countries which are there. We need to be very clear about it. So this is what's actually going on. All right, then comes analysis of the weaknesses. That is the counterpart for it. The next component was the weaknesses and the limits of the teamwork at Foodex. What hinders? This is actually the question you can ask whenever you will be even selecting the organization and SME. Mixed employee experience and management inconsistency. You know what it means? Employee review platform shows a mixed picture. While many praise the team environment, there are recruiting comments about the poor management, abrupt recognition, and variable leadership quality, like not the Kudu, yeah, Kudu in Saudi. They were having a very bad experience regarding the customer services. So what the owner did, he trained the every worker by himself, and they were able to have a joint point where they were able to solve the issues of the consumers, and now it's a leading brand. It's running. Impact: inconsistent management reduces the trust, creates unclear priorities, and weakens the psychological safety. And teams may underperform or fragment. That's true. If you're not giving a proper check and balance, you're not asking the questions from the employees back and forth, and the manager is mostly absent, then what happens? It will cause an issue, definitely. They will feel like, okay, we are dominant, we can do whatever we want to, the workers, and when the manager, he's going to ask questions, go for the checking and everything, they would feel like that it's wrong. It's because he has the people, the worker, they have forgotten the space of him or her. This is a meaningful weakness, very true. Strong teamwork depends on the consistent, skilled leadership. Yes, you have to be consistent with all the cases. However, some variability is inevitable during the rapid growth. Effective HR systems can reduce this over time. Again, a valid point. If you have a nice person from the human resource department who is handling the things quite effectively, then you can definitely reduce the issues and errors. Scaling the tensions, that is six speed versus coordination, what it is. As the FOODEX moved from startup to scale up, that is Series C funding, you are now getting bigger and bigger, and regional expansion, operating complexity rules. That is true. I was operating in Jeddah, now I'm in Riyadh, then I'm in Dammam. Definitely my operations are expanding. It's a good thing, sales are increasing. But what's happening? I can lose the control as well if I'm not having the proper management. Rapid hiring and geographic spread commonly strain the team norms and communication because the way people talk in the MAM, or they have, every city even has their own style, their lifestyle, their likings, dislikings, they vary from one another. So it affects the branches or the organizations too. Impact on teamwork, decision cycles they lengthen, and informal coordination breaks down because now many people from different sects and culture are included in it. Judgment skillingly present real risk to team effectiveness without the governance and invested people processes, teamwork degrades. And what happens in the end? If you haven't worked on the tensions before, or you are not taking the actions promptly, then it can cause problem within the employees, and it's a big, literally a hazard to the organization repute. However, scale also brings resources to invest in human resource tooling and middle management, then can reestablish effective teamwork practices. Because ultimately, what we want, a nice and a good teamwork and an effectiveness of it. Then employee churn and morale episodes reported what it is. Reviews mention layoffs and rehiring cycles at times, which are disruptive to during continuity and trust. What happens? Why we have to again and again rehire the people, the employees, because the existing ones they're fed up or they don't want to work further. With that, again, the cost is increasing for the company. They have to train the new employee again. And again, he has to make the space in the team, existing one. Churn reduces institutional memory and cohesion, forcing continual reformation of teams, and it causes a bad disruption in all of the departments. Judgment turnover undermines long-term performance, stabilizing practices that is onboarding, knowledge capture are needed. And you need to be quite vigilant if you're doing these sort of things again and again just to curb the problem. However, some degree of churn is expected in dynamic tech firms. Keeping the right talent and transferring knowledge mitigates the damage. Just a description of it. How we can, reduce the error, the risk. That is what counter argument is. Simply, when there is a situation that they're hiring and hiring newbies again and again, the existing one, they can easily transfer the existing skills and knowledge to them by just having a discussion. Like even in your class, soon we're going to have a newcomer, a new student, a female, and again, you would see she's going to be adjusting with everything. Though we are on lecture 8, we are about to start soon LO3. Like in the next class, we're going to do LO3. And she has to adjust because that is what the thing is. She's going to go through and back forth by the recordings, by the lectures. And if there is an issue, definitely a student can ask. Perspectives judged, that is from various boundaries and I. First is the employee's front line. For example, the evidence is Glassdoor provides mixed ratings. Many praise great teams and learning, other criticize management and job security. Like the slogans. Sometimes you cannot only blame the employees, you have to blame the management too, because both of them need to work together. Judgment from the employee perspective, teamwork exists and is often positive at team level, but organizational processes and leadership inconsistencies create friction across teams because not everyone is keen and welcoming to learn. They need space, they need time and everything, and then they are able to pursue in the thrive in the industry. Managers have a direct relation with the leadership styles too, because they're leading in somehow, some place. Evidence is founders and leadership present an image of cross-functional squads, product focus, and people investment that is press interviews. Very true, because they have to deal with the consumers, they have to deal with the employees, and all the orders going on and the projects too. Judgment leadership values team collaboration, however, executing consistent people management at the scale appears to be mid-stage challenge. Why it is a mid-stage challenge? Because we have to keep the equilibrium in both the sides. You have to keep the employees happy, you have to keep the consumers happy. Customers, however, rapid product evolution, founding and funding and expansion demonstrate that teams deliver functional products to customers. Use an indirect validation of the effective teamwork on the product delivery. We, customers, what we want. Less price and good qualitative product in large quantity, but it's not possible for every organization to serve accordingly. There are different categories of the products, of the consumers, and even the product as well. A slight change in the product can cause a big hike up in the prices. Judgment from a consumer outcome perspective, teamwork appears effective, and the FoodX, the organization which we chose, commercial success suggests teams are delivering value despite internal frictions. Though in the FoodX, we have the problems, but what they're showing and showcasing the community, the people, that they're quite delivering everything quite smoothly and everything is quite nice. You can even choose the hunger station. I am sure you are familiar with it, right? So many cars and bikes are parked, which
Yeah.
to deliver your food just in a glimpse of an eye. So you can take that SME for the example too.
It's an estimate teacher?
Yes,
Hunger
yes.
station?
Your station is an SME because it's only in Saudi Arabia, not out of Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay, yes, yes.
Noon as well. Noon too.
Noon also?
Yes, Noon is also an SME, and there's another name. I just forgot that. Yesterday I was having a discussion.
Kita? There is Kita, but it's Kita is a Chinese one.
So a camel and a green color. Uh,
Oh, what was that?
uh,
Mr. Mandub, is it? Mr. Mandub?
I'm not able
Jahaz?
to pronounce it, but it's an
Yeah.
SME. I'll let you know
Okay.
uh, uh, in the next class now. I'll let you know.
Okay.
It's an SME, a
Okay.
valid SME.
Okay.
Okay, synthesis, that is, collaboration from all the sides. Codex demonstrates many features of effective team working, collaborative culture, cross-functional squads, and a people-focused brand okay, that earned workplace recognition. These trends translate into real product and market outcomes, that is the regional growth funding one. These are all the plus points of the organization we studied today. They worked and they're working for the betterment of the employees, for the workers, for their existing branches. However, public employee feedback reveals important weaknesses. That is, first is inconsistent management quality. There is an issue in the Foodex, but they are showcasing the people, the community, that they're really fine. Stress from rapid scaling because they're growing way too fastly, and it's a stress causing thing, and occasional disruptive reorganizations that hurt team function, who are again and again rehiring. So it causes the problem. Overall effectiveness of teamwork at Foodex is positive but imperfect. Teams generally function well at the operational level, that is, when they are delivering the products and services to consumers. But organizational level practices, that is, people management, governance during the growth, are still maturing. They are working really hard at the operational level, but they're growing and getting matured at the organizational level. The net effect is teamwork contributes strongly to the business success, but organizational risk threatens the sustained team effectiveness unless addressed. So if there is a problem, you need to work on it as soon as possible so that it doesn't deplete and get into a situation in which you need to do or like change the system or hire new people. Arguments supporting the judgment. Company awards and market the traction show teams produce results. Employee reviews document where the leadership and the HR processes must improve to stabilize teams. Now, what we can do to work on those discussion which we did on the strengths and weaknesses. Then comes the counter argument. Critics might say That is the people who are doing the discussion on that employee review sites overstate negatives or that rapid changes are temporary growing pains. Yes, that's true. When you're changing most of the time and rapidly, it causes a lot of disruption in the timetables, in the schedules as well. That is a merit many fast growing firms experience similar phases, but recurring review themes suggest the issues are not one off because this is not the only thing on which you can literally fight. There are so many other reasons too. Practical recommendations for the managers in SMEs learning from the cause and the case. First is strengthen the middle management training. In between nine. The first point I was doing, strengthen middle management training, consistent leadership skills, preserve team cohesion during scale. That is when you are trying your best to be at the leadership styles and skills at the same time, you are able to reduce the errors which arise between the teams when you're expanding. That is during scale means when you're expanding your business. Document team norms and onboarding. Capture the tacit knowledge, the one which you can feel and touch, to reduce the churn impact. The problem causes again and again. Regular cross-team forums, that is ensuring the alignment as organization grows. You're not deviating from the projects and objectives of the organization. Pulse surveys plus transparent action plans to address recurring concerns surfaced on employee feedback platforms. Like do people have LMS, right? Same goes for the employees too. They have their platforms too. Invest in team rituals, demo days, retrospectives that sustain collaboration without stalling the speed. The speed of scaling up of the organization is going to be there, but you as a people, as a team, you're not rushing for some reason. You're growing. Footek's case showed that teamwork is a powerful driver of innovation and commercial success in Saudi tech organization. However, the teamwork alone is not enough. There are other factors as well, ceteris paribus. It must be supported by not consistent leadership, deliberate people practices, and governance to survive the pressures of growth. You alone cannot achieve everything as in a team too. You have to get the proper guidance, proper resources. There must not be any scarcity, proper budgeting, planning, everything should be in it, and the government side too. Organization that combines strong team norms with the scalable HR systems will convert teamwork into lasting competitive advantage and together. Ultimately, you will be at producing something innovative or benchmarking stuff. Now, these are the few platforms which I used for today's lecture.
Teacher, how do you find this SMS? Like you Google
Just
it?
Google it, right on the internet. Like on the you people use Google Chrome.
Yes.
Okay, right over there. Yes.
Like what do I write? SMS or like what?
Just write on that. Whatever the country you want to shortlist, like I shortlisted Saudi, just type authentic small medium enterprise, the real one in XYZ country, that is Saudi or any country. Then they're going to give you plenty of websites. Click on few and check the date on which they revised. Is it 2024, 2025, or 2023? That is going to be the valid names of the SMEs. And
Oh,
even for the SMEs, we have Montreat app as a website for Saudi. I don't know about the other country, but for this we have. So it's your
there is a
choice.
website?
Yeah, Montreat.
What is it called? منشآت. Yeah, okay,
And
okay, yeah.
yeah, Montreat. Like there are people post their successful stories of SMEs. I took the footage from
Yeah,
there as well.
okay.
Yeah. So you can like literally tell about the perspective of the other people in it, and we can have like a small discussion. It's really easy.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. But
any
I was confused
confused about what?
about the SMS, like especially when you search about an SME not in Saudi, like in the UK and
Okay,
all, like it's hard
for
to find.
UK and Canada, they're so easy to find.
How, teacher? You type it and there like a lot of information comes, so I get
Wait,
confused.
authentic small medium
Okay.
enterprise in XYZ country. What's the date?
1 August.
Let's have a look on it. Excluding the big one. Now, what are these?
SMEs. Okay.
Yes. You can search for the specific sectors as well.